Dude, you guys are really far away.
Yeah, you ask questions.
Well, how is this gonna work? Are they just gonna all answer?
Yeah, I mean, they'll find their voice.
What are y'all doing? Are we ready?
I don't know what we're doing. Dog Roscoe.
All right, so let's see. Sorry, these are in weird order. They should do like I said.
I should like turn around and take it.
And like each like introduce themselves.
Okay.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. Stop it. Here's what's gonna happen. Y'all should each like introduce yourselves, and then like one of you should be like, "And we're the real heads," and then I'll start asking questions.
All right, Roscoe, you introduce the real.
You got the question.
Roscoe.
Oh, well, it's just like the KTSW interview,
No.
except a different one. At a different time,
different
probably
thing.
with different questions.
Different people.
All right.
So you
Hi
start.
guys, I'm David.
I'm John.
I'm Bryce.
I'm Nathan. And we're the real hands.
So, how did y'all all end up in a band together?
Well, it started with this fellow and I, Bryce and myself. We were both looking to pursue music while we were in college. We were both going about our own... What?
Why are you doing that accent?
I don't know. We were going about our studies, and we meet this guy named Johnny Brantley, and he is now a musical theater major here. But at the time, he was a vocal performance opera singer, and he was looking to get a band together. So he asked me to play from the choir that I was singing in with him at the time. He overheard me talking about guitar and was just trying out people, and we had a jam session and clicked well, wrote a song, and decided we would pursue the project further. And then he asked Bryce the same thing.
Yeah, he actually asked me to play bass, and I ended up playing guitar in the band, and I play guitar in this band. But I didn't have a bass at the time, so I just brought an acoustic to that jam session, and it ended up just kind of working like that. We got a bassist and a drummer, and just kind of did that for a little while, and then that, of course, broke up because it wasn't, as serious as,
We were
it had to
covering
be.
like Sweet Disposition
Yeah,
and
it was-
fun.
it was different.
That wasn't quite our sound that we were necessarily going for. He wanted to do a Whitney Houston cover. I mean, nothing wrong with
Did
her.
we ever
but
end up doing that?
No, he just no.
So,
But
so what is your sound? If you could describe it in 3 words, what would you say?
also we met Nathan and John along
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
joined the band.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just don't want to cut them short of the.
Yeah.
John was the next to join. Bryce texted me one day. I was booking sessions at Fire Station Studios with Adrian just to get some practice recording. Bryce texts me and is like, "Why don't we start a new band?" Like, that's the best idea ever. So we start recording some stuff together at Fire Station, getting a few songs together. Then John, I met in an honors class called songwriting.
Yeah.
The American song, and found out he plays bass, and found out he's also just a badass dude. So then we start jamming, the 3 of us, and writing some tunes, and it's clicking real well. And then my ex-girlfriend is sisters with Nathan's ex-girlfriend, so we like met that way. And
Got together for
I came over one
Yeah.
time, and we started jamming, and then we were asked to be a capstone project for a senior in the sound recording technology program. He asked me if I had a band, and I didn't really at the time, but I was kind of jamming with these guys, so I was like, well, yeah, I got a band. We can play you a record for that. So we threw these songs together last minute and went into the studio kind of as prepared as we could be, and it sounded pretty all right to us, so we decided to keep pursuing the project. And we also realized that we're all pretty attracted to one another, and good vibes resonate. So yeah, that's how we formed. Describing our sound, though, definitely attractive, definitely sexy. R. Kelly is a big influence.
Good old handsome
Yeah,
R&B.
handsome, long. Those are all adjectives that I think apply. But we're real influenced by like 60s and early 70s stuff. The Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Stones, surfy stuff. We're more garagey. You guys got any names you'd like to drop?
You pretty much covered it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 60s.
So how'd you come up with the name The Real Hands?
That was actually me. I was in New York for like a week with my girlfriend and her friends, and it was really, really cold. We were up there during New Year's. So we were all kind of bundled up, and we had mittens on, and everyone had hand warmers, so they were like clenching the hand warmers inside their mittens, and the fingers kind of just were dangling, and somebody was just kind of jokingly trying to text with it, and somebody was like, just use your real hands. And I was like, huh, the real hands, that's kind of cool. And I told them, and it kind of grew on them for a little while, and I kind of pushed it hard because I like it. So and it just kind of stuck. Yeah,
Bryce
not the
definitely
greatest
pushed it
story in
hard.
the world, but yeah.
And yeah, I didn't even like the name at first, but I didn't want to be saying no to anything without giving it a little time to settle.
Yeah,
and the
it has
more
been like a
it
long,
sunk in.
long process of trying to find a name. It's harder than people think to come up with a name. Like now that everything obvious is kind of taken after
I don't know.
60 years
Hold on,
of rock and roll.
everything's super cool. But we've really grown to like the Real Hands, and it's I've applied a lot of metaphors to it that I think are kind of cool. For example, lucid dreaming, using hands as a reality check. Your hands sometimes look different in dreams, so your real hands is the reality, and you know, in your dream they look all. Try it if you ever lucid dream. Try looking at your hands, and they'll look all contorted.
Word.
So it's a metaphor for dreaming and warmth and sex and you know all
City.
stuff. The city, the people, civil rights. Yeah.
Civil rights.
Domestic abuse. Slash prevention of domestic abuse.
It's
Slash
just
trees.
3 words that sound nice together in my mind. That's all. it
Yeah.
is.
That's all it is. So do y'all have any upcoming shows?
Oh yeah. We've got a show this Friday at Triple Crown with some cool other acts that we're looking forward to playing with, and we've got a show on Saturday. That's Saturday, April 26th. Friday the 25th. Saturday at this place called Taco Fest. It's a friend's Mr. Fest spin-off at his house where they give out free tacos and free beer, which really we couldn't ask for more. And then we're also playing Mr. Fest at 3 p.m. at Taxis. Then we're playing your graduation party, and I believe the Lucky Lounge the day after on May 11th. And we're playing Beerland on the 28th, and gonna look to book some other stuff in between. And the goal is to tour in August.
To tour in August?
Mm-hmm.
So is that y'all's next big plans, I guess?
We're
Well,
gonna be
that's-
more recording too.
Yeah, we're gonna we're about to release our debut record. It's called Reel It In, right? We're settled on that?
Oh, we're locking it in. Yeah.
It's called Reel It In, spelled R-E-A-L as the Real Hands is spelled, and that's gonna be coming out next week. In fact, you guys just shot photos for the cover art and the back art, which is really cool. And our follow-up record, Get Real, will be coming out this summer.
I'm not
We're
gonna sign off on that.
It's still pending, but if you're writing anything down right now, you can say it's going to be called Get Real. Or not.
I don't know.
It's either going to be called that or
Code name Get Real.
yeah. And yeah, so we're going to record that record. We're going to hopefully go out to your lake house and do some psychedelics and record another little project out there. And then, yeah, tour in August. And then, if we're not huge by then, you know, fuck this place. But I'm moving to Ireland.
I don't think you'll fit in.
I'll learn. Like to drink. I guess that.
That's the only thing that qualifies you for fitting in Ireland.
Sometimes that's the only
see.
thing that qualifies me
So-
for anywhere.
So what do y'all enjoy most about producing music together as a band? Yeah.
Watching Bryce. Watching Nathan. Smelling John.
I
In the
smell good.
studio. Eating Dan's hamburgers at Eastern Sun was a lot of fun. Okay, well,
The music itself.
It was,
Yes,
yeah,
the music.
itself.
The way most of the songs thus far are written just start on an acoustic guitar with the melody and the guitar strumming. So it's one step just to see the band put an arrangement together, and then to take that and see that translated into like having other musicians. Like the record that we're Reel It In had violins and horns, and we could layer all these harmonies, and seeing like all of that come together and just turn into this big wall of sound.
That process is a lot of fun too, just like
So
the chaos
rewarding.
of it all. Like other musicians coming in, and in between that, we're like doing piano and like Like there's always just something going on. It's really fun.
Yeah, you get to see the songs take on a whole new life that you didn't even know they could.
Sure.
It's like giving birth. And it hurts.
It's not anything
It's
like giving
so worth it in the end. It's not. Shout out to my future kids. Y'all are watching this one day. Don't watch this. But
All right. Well, last question. If you had one message to send your fans right now, your listeners, what would you want to tell them?
everybody should have one. Yeah, thank you. That's fucking awesome that you are a fan/listener. It means the world to us. Otherwise, we would be the only fans/listeners, and that'd be cool
And our
too.
moms.
But it's way cooler to have you. And yeah,
Glad you enjoy it.
I hope we can share intimate conversation, whatever else, at some point.
And what's the significance of Roscoe?
He's my dog. He's kind of like a mascot for the band.
We
He enjoys
practice
the
here.
music a lot.
Yeah. We practice here, and he's just kind of hanging around while we practice. So he's technically heard the most real hands out of anybody. So.
Yeah, he likes the
it.
most real of
Yeah.
the real hands, I think.
Yeah,
All right.
dogs
Cool.
are cool.
Cool beans. Any last words?
Yeah.
Potato.
It's a good last word.
How do you beat that?
Serendipity.
All right.
That's a good one.
What does that mean?
It's a movie with
Yeah, see, I know the movie. I don't know what the.
with Kate Beckinsale and John
Okay.
Cusack. Is that right? And I believe it means when John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale fall in love.
It's like that
is the
magical
definition.
feeling. Like,
No, it's like I think like a bigger than force random meeting or something like that. Yeah.
All right. Cool beans.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.